Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling.
Green light, go, go, go.
Saturated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello everyone, and welcome to round 8 of the Odyssey Sprint Championship. Alright, I have the footage on screen, and we're coming at you straight from Kyalami, which, for those of you who don't know, is in South Africa. And we are a few minutes into qualifying, so you guys didn't miss much of the action. Right now it is raining a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for the drivers, but it's not a downpour, it's just some light rain. I'm frankly hoping it'll increase in the race, but who knows really what's going to happen. I'm not the weatherman, I can't tell you that much. But, yeah. I figured we're going to go on board here with Johnny DeMarchi for a few laps here, or for a lap, sorry. We never do a few laps, but let's go on board with Johnny DeMarchi in a Mercedes for a lap, and I can take you guys through it. Johnny DeMarchi. Hello, Pugtato, how you doing? Rainy here as well, said Pugtato in chat. And Johnny, just a little bit overshooting there in turn 1. It's not going to be a very great qualifying lap. A little bit of a puddle there, and then once you're heading into turn 4, which becomes turn 5 very quickly, this one is a tricky one to get right, because if you go too wide, you end up on that curb right there. That's how you damage your tires very quickly. So you definitely want to be careful there. And give me a second. Alright. Anyways, we're back. We're back and focused on what's in the screen. And we're going to choose another driver because I missed quite a bit of this lap. So I'm going to choose someone who is starting a lap right now. Looks like car 19, if I can get to that in time. I couldn't. Car number 39. Number 39. That is... Oh, I see. My map is bugged. Anyways, doesn't matter. How you doing, Potato? So we're going on board with Rodriguez. I really wanted to do it with a pro driver, but we don't have any, so we're gonna go with Rodriguez. A little bit of overshooting in turn 1. Hey White, a little bit of overshooting in turn 1, but he's fine for 2, 3, and now 4. So that's not turn 5. This is turn 4. My bad. And now on the round down to Sunsets. Now usually in the dry, you're gonna be, you know, just doing a slight lift, maybe a smidge of a tap of brakes, but right now I'm doubting this corner is barely a lift. Thank you very much, Potato. And yeah, on the exit of that corner, you just want to maximize your exits here. On this corner, on the dry, you're gonna be riding the curb a lot. But with how limited the grip is on the wet, you're gonna want to be careful. You know, with the curb usage. Reach the top of the mountain. Look for the steward board on the left there to start your braking. Now you're at the top of the mountain and you're just barreling your way down. And this race is one race where the McLarens will struggle. And we have a story to tell you guys today, because provisional pole sitter. Let's just finish this lap and then I'll get the story started. I hope you're enjoying your lunch. I am actually honored to be your entertainment for your lunch. That's a sacred moment. Cheetah curb. I don't know if you guys saw, but that curb on the inside is basically a mountain. And we've had a little bit of a spinner, I think. Couldn't quite catch on who that was. Anyways, the reason why we have a story is because this man right here, Paul Mariage, and this man right here, where is he? Justin Turek, are in a close fight for second place in the championship. To be more specific, I think it's like 10 points or somewhere in that ballpark, the difference between the two of them. And this man right here, Joe Kaiser, if he wins today, he will be crowned your Odyssey America's champion for the season. So keep your eyes on this man, because you know, all he needs is a strong result tonight and he'll be crowned champion. So let's go on board with a man who has been on pole pretty much has been doing really good in qualifying ever since Zoller. Paul Mariage, he's been a great qualifier, hasn't been able to capitalize so much on his racing. Let's take a quick look at the HUD, just so that we can see what the weather is. So the rain is going to be increasing, which means that your drivers are going to want to set their laps, you know, as soon as possible. And that's the info I have for you guys. And your current pole sitter is Paul Mariage in the Audi, who, like I said, has been doing a lot of poles this season. Bonnie Charles, though, actually in the Porsche, is in second, and he is improving. So let's see what Bonnie can do here. Bonus Charles can do. Bonus Charles heading down the mountain, and this one is definitely a lesser of a big mountain than last week in Bathurst, huh? Because yeah, Bathurst is just a thing of itself. To the Schreiberets in chat, welcome. Here is your man, and he's in the pits. So maybe he's waiting for the water to be cleared out of the way, because when there's like a lot of cars like this, like tonight we have 30 cars. When you have 30 cars going around a wet track, doing the same or roughly the same lines on the tarmac, that water that's sitting there on the track is going to be pushed out of the way, and that is very much the case here with I gotta charge my phone, guys. Give me a second. Good news is just a quali ban, not a start from the pits from Nate Schreiber. So no, he's not waiting for the track to clear out. He's just banned from qualifying. You know, Nate, that might be a blessing in disguise, because considering it's wet and considering it's turn 1 Kyalami, things might get hectic. And talk about hectic, Justin Turek is putting an attempt at putting himself in pole position. So Justin Turek right now provisional pole sitter by 2/10, and Paul Mariage is on a lap currently. So let's see if he has anything that he can do to respond to Turek's pace. Call him a Sarlacc. I don't know what that is. I hope it didn't just say a slur. Anyways, your current silver provisional pole sitter is Castells. Oh, never mind. Rodriguez has just gone fastest out of in the silver rankings with a 148.1. To put into perspective, the provisional pole sitter for pro is a 146.3. So that's insane pace. You can clearly see where the cutaway is in terms of pace. And there is Ryu, and the reason why we're looking at him is because he's improving a lot. He's coming in with a lot of improvement this lap. So right now he's 1.1 seconds down in P6. Where can he place himself with this lap? He's improving a lot. Not enough for pole position, but definitely improving a lot. As he comes out of the final corner, 3/10 up on himself to cement himself in P3. So quite a big leap there by Raymond Ryu, and I'm sure he'll be very happy with that one. As we see Mariage. Let's go on board with Mariage as he tries to snatch provisional pole away from Justin Turek again. And we can hear him being very conservative with his shifting, and look at how on the limit that is. Oh my god, he's pushing. He is pushing. This man right here, Paul Mariage, he wants pole position tonight. He's in that crucial fight for P2 in the standings. Of course, let me check who's leading that battle actually. Who's leading that P2 battle? I'll get crucial information for you guys right here. No, that's the monster from starters that live in the pits. So Mariage currently has the advantage. It's an 8-point advantage on Justin Turek. So the way things are going right now, it favors Turek to regain that P2 place in the championship. And of course, if the gap is bigger than 50 points going into the final race, this man right here, Joe Kaiser, will mathematically cement himself as champion in Americas. Of course, the way things are going right now, he's gonna need to put himself a few places up. So yeah, keep your eyes on that one. Oh, Paul Mariage has gone fastest, snatched pole position away from Justin Turek by 0.060, so really not a lot, less than a cent here between the two of them. And yeah, man, the gap is just that small. It's just that competitive of a field. What can I say? Moss actually brought himself up into P3 in the Aston, which is great to see. I really like the Aston, so that's really good to look at. Rodriguez remains in P1 in silver, and Costello's. Oh, McGowan, yellows for McGowan, who just went wide slightly there. Eric Gottzecker came in the chat to say hello. Hello, Eric. Could you beat him? Who, me? And beat who? That's a good question. Sorry, I got completely distracted. Anyways, yeah, you can really see that cheetah curve right there. Let's go aboard. And oh, a little bit of getting held up there, but he will still start a new lap. And look at the curve on the right. That's an absolute mountain of a curve. If you hit that curve the wrong way, or if you hit the curve in any way, you're going off flying. Anyways, 1 minute. This is where we separate the men from the boys. This is it between Mariage and Justin Turek. Mariage will be starting his lap before Justin Turek. And this is the lap of the night right here, gentlemen. Turek starts his lap. Mariage starts his lap as well. Moss, even though he's 2/10 off, good job, Rodriguez, but Schreib's going for that silver P1, baby. That's right. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there by Moss, but you know who's improving massively? This man right here, Justin Turek, carrying a 10th out of the final corner in his Porsche in the wet. Look at how amazing that looks. Yeah, the track may not be fully wet, but the drivers are still definitely on their tippity toes. And this man right here, Moss, in the Massive Motorsports Aston, actually up on himself by a 10th and a bit, which can quickly turn into 2/10s, and 2/10s can quickly turn into provisional pole position. Mariage 2/10s down, so he will not be improving. Right now it's down to these two right here on the fight for pole position. It's down between Turek and Moss. Of course, we see where Joe Kaiser is. The guy who's the championship protagonist right now is just not close enough, and that's because the McLaren is not a good car here. Finally, we get to some not so good McLaren tracks. And Justin Turek hasn't been able to improve. He's 3/10ths down. K Moss also hasn't been able to improve. So really interesting to see how the outcome of all of this, as he's about to finish his lap and he's not up on himself. Is anyone in silver? Oh yes, Rodriguez got beat by Murillo, but Rodriguez is punching back. He's actually 3/10ths up on himself, which will be enough for pole position if he can keep the laps together. So let's see what kind of magic can Rodriguez pull off here tonight as he heads into the S's off Kyalami. Yes, the car turned in very nicely, and right now he has just enough. Oh no, the clock has ticked back, and now he's actually down on himself. So he's down on himself, and it is an invalid lap. So my software is telling me this is an invalid lap. I'm really not sure. He will carry on with it, because this is his lifeline for silver pole position, so we'll see what happens. And we'll have your grid fully formed real soon. This is the last person who's on a lap. And oh, he spun! Rodriguez spins into the wall. So straight into the wall, he will not be improving. And this cements Murillo as your pole position for silver. Congratulations. We will go on a quick intermission, and I'll be back with you guys with the grid, and I'll give you guys my classic grid rundown. So I'll be right back.
Seeing monsters at your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need. I'm coming. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you.
Hello everyone. here we are for our penultimate race of the season, actually. And I'm gonna give you guys a grid rundown, and I have to be quick about it. So in P33 you have the number 58 Porsche of Ley, Adrian Vargas P32, Torres in P31, Schreiber in P30, Mona P29, Chris Rice P28, starting from the pits actually. Luscombe in P27, Courtwright 26, Johnny DeMarchi 25, Jay Conley P24. In 23 we have Roth or Abdul, Derek Anderson in P22, Grant Gobler in P21, Ian Daimler P20, P19 we have Nightshade, Cooper in P18, Jensen P17, Cormier in P16, Richard Harknett. Wait, am I on the correct? Yes. Richard Harknett in P15, Castells in P14, Rodriguez P13, Matt Gown P12, and your pole sitter in silver, Murillo on the Galaxy team, Porsche. Sloan in P10, Joel Price P9, Navarrete in P8, Bonus Charles in P7, Joe Kaiser P6, Ryu P5, Dean Solomon P4, Maz in P3. In the front row we have Justin Turek in P2 and Paul Mariage in P1. Paul Mariage, who is currently in second in the championship, and only 8 points behind him is Justin Turek. So keep your eye on those two, because they'll be fighting it out for second place in the championship. Of course, your title favorite, who basically only needs to, but if he wins, he's champion this race. Basically, he doesn't need to do this race to become champion. Next race, if he wins this one. And we have Lexi in chat. Hello, Lexi. Hello, Eric. I don't know if I said hello to you. And I can see the Schreiberets are coming in with big numbers. And here we are then. The formation lap procedure has started. You can see the whole grid heading down there. And while you're riding on board in the car, that straight looks pretty straight, but that corner is quite significant, isn't it? And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm fully expecting drama out of turn 1. I don't know what about you guys, but I think we're gonna see some chaos here. And well, I'm there for it. I'm ready. I'm excited. Definitely a different grid. We have we have all different brands on the top 3, and McLaren, the highest up McLaren, is in the top 6. So that's refreshing to see. Chris Rise will be starting from the pits alongside Grant Gobler, actually. Interesting. Chris Rise has had a really strong start to the season. His end so far has been not so much, but he still has this race to make up for it, and the next one to try and bounce back. And yeah, the main narrative to watch throughout this race, like I said, these two, the Mexican of Paul Mariage and the American Justin Turek. I think it's going to be an absolutely amusing fight to watch. Only 8 points between these two, so if Justin Turek finishes ahead of Mariage, he'll be very close. I think he'll even be passed. No, I think it's exactly 8 points from P1 to P2, so they'll be even on points. So if you want that telltale finish, I guess we need Turek to finish ahead of Mariage. I really like the two of them. But you know what? I'll be rooting Turek because I want them to head into the final race even, so that we have even more drama. Yeah, of course. We see the double file formation, double file procedure start. In case you guys don't know, for the beginning part of the formation lap, they go single file, and then for the end bit, that's when they go double file. As you see right now, all the cars just bunching up and going, double file there. And here we are. we're about to do the final corner, and be ready for round 8 of the Odyssey Americas Championship, South Africa, or Kyalami. And this one is going to be an amusing one. It's a wet race. And any second now, we're going to be green lit, and we're going to get racing. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. We're racing in Kyalami. And it looks like Paul Mariage has had a really good start. Justin Turek has had a decent start as well, but Mariage was just absolutely on it. Justin Turek now almost under threat by Moz in the Aston Martin. And I see cars going 2, 3 wide there into turn 1. Hopefully there's no crashes going on. We're moving down the grid just to try and keep up with all the action that's going on. And you guys can just see the sheer amount of cars. But no, everyone has cleared turn 1 peacefully. I say that, but this one might be a big choke point as well. I'm trying to look just to see like if all the cars are going to go by safely. And it looks like it's a yes. So good luck, good job everyone in keeping it clean. Mariage has absolutely been pulling away. We have Dean Solomon as well trying to form an attack here on the Ferrari of Ryu, who actually has just overtaken him, I'm pretty sure. Joe Kaiser has been holding station, which is pretty much what he needs right now. I mean, it's surely better than losing points or losing positions. Oh, Navarrete going a bit wide there, catching the curb, and that's definitely not going to do any good for his tires. So it looks like he got away with it, which is good. Richard Hartnett actually has inherited the lead of the race, or maybe overtaken his way to the lead. Anyways, he made his way up into P1 off Silver. And let's see where Schreiber is. So no yellows. And Nate Schreiber there has survived just fine, which is pretty much what you would want out of lap 1. Looks like maybe not just fine, because he is quite a ways back now. So I think some drama happened there that we couldn't quite see in the cameras. Anyways, Moz is right on the slipstream of the Porsche of Turek, and that's not what Turek wants. We tried to see it from the rear wing camera, but we just caught the end of the move there, or the halfway point of the move there. Moss on the inside, Turek tried to hang it around the outside, and he might be able to make this work considering how good the Porsches are on the exits. They're still side by side heading into turn 4. Turek trying to hang it around the outside, but he's gonna be sent out, not pushed out, but you're just gonna go out into the gravel because that's just the natural line. It's a tricky corner to go too wide into. And you see they almost went too wide into Sunset's corner as well, this one right here, which is one of the trickiest corners in the season. Can Turek do anything to get Moss back here? I don't think so. I don't think he's close enough. And Moss has gotten the move done. And Mariage will be delighted to see this on his rear view mirror, to see his, vice championship rival get overtaken and be dropping back. Mariage is just on a world of his own right now. And this man right here, the man who's trying to win a title tonight, Moss. Oh, we have yellows for car number 20. Granite Gobbler has returned to garage, and I think that's his race done, unfortunately. Nate Schreiber is in the pits. So Nate Schreiber in the pits. I don't know if it's for a retirement or what. But, trying to think, but he's MIA. Yeah, well, Schreiber is also MIA from this race currently. So if anyone can find out what happened to Schreiber, please let me know. As we see Joe Kaiser getting a move done on Navarrete. And, oh, Joe Kaiser's heading in. So Joe Kaiser has come into the pits. And Schreiber is coming out. So he is not MIA from this race. I'm wondering why Joe Kaiser came in. Maybe the drives were declared, or sorry, Justin Turek is in as well. What is happening? What is happening? There's a lot of people pitting, a lot of people coming out, and I don't know what's happening. Hang on, guys. We gotta figure out what's happening here. The track has been declared greasy, so what I think that's going on right now is that the dry tires have been declared the fastest tires. But be careful, guys. These people who have pitted onto the dry tires, they're gonna be the tricky tires to drive on. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens here. And if Mr. Schreiber has pitted onto dries, he is absolutely on the correct tire set here, I think. If he made that call, let's figure out if he. Oh. Yep, those are dries. Those are dries on Schreiber's car. So Schreiber has pit earlier than anyone else did. And this is a call that might pay off for him. Of course, no fights going on right now. I say that, but Rodriguez just shut me off by going for a move on Navarrete. Schreiber in the middle of all of it. Almost gets bumped there. He has to move out of the way. So big ruckus there being caused, but this is not a fight in class. This is not any fight for position. And Nightshade has got involved in an accident with Adrian Vargas, trying to rejoin the two of them. Oh, careful guys, you guys need to be safe jointly here. And yeah, it looks like they will. So the way is cleared for them right now, for the two of them. And Dean Solomon staying out, Maz also staying out. Navarrete has not pit, I'm pretty sure. It's gotten a little bit confusing. I love Fanatec gear, man. It's so reliable. I love it so much. New York Soda. And Peacefully, haha, said, what's Fanatec gear, man? So Fanatec is a brand that makes wheels, and we see here Navarrete on the offensive against Bonus Charles. And let's see what's going to happen here. He is very close. Is he close enough to try anything into Sunset's corner? Of course, Sunset's is not any corners to try and move on, I'll tell you that much. But who am I to dictate where these guys go racing? You know, I'm just here for the entertainment. And so are you guys in chat. And yeah, really interesting to see what's gonna happen here. What I'm curious about. So, these are the people who have bid. And the fastest car on track. So right now they're even pace. Right now the pace between the people who have bid for dries and the people who are on wets is about the same, which is not good news for the people who are on dries, because those dry tires are going to be absolutely frozen. So I'm wondering here if they made the right call by bidding for tires. I don't think so. I'm monitoring the pace here of Chris Rise. 48. Joe Kaiser, 51. Justin Turek, 50. So it really is looking like a gamble that just hasn't paid off. But we'll see as Maz goes fastest of anyone on track and is outpacing you know, Mariage and everyone else by 4 seconds a lap. Mariage, by the way, who was currently behind. Oh no, he's not behind Turek, never mind. But they're very close. So we'll keep watching, but right now these guys will be wondering, damn, have I messed this race up? Rain is only getting lighter in the next 30 minutes. Dry seems to be the play. Here's the thing though, New York Soda. I think it might be too early to pit, because you're not going to be able to put any temperature into those dries. Not, at least not in the current conditions. And even if you do get like any temperature that the dries will give you grip, you'll be scrubbing cold tires, and that's not good. That's just not good. And I mean, the pace is showing right now because it's fastest lap after fastest lap by Mr. Moss. Although, never mind, this man right here, Justin Turek, has been able to fire up the tires a little bit. The question is the longer game going to pay off? So basically, Pugtail, what's going on right now is a gamble. There's people who are gambling on pitting for the dry tires early on, like right now, because the dries seem to be ramping up. And there's people who are going to wait for the track to be even more dry so that they can pit for the dry tires, so that they can have just the perfect rubber on the end. Because they're trading blows right now. The people who are on the wets and the people who are on the dries are just trading blows. But it seems that it is easier to maintain pace in the dries than it is in the wets. With that being said, Mariage has dropped back a lot. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he had a crash, but his last lap was a 2-minute lap. So I don't know if he crashed or what. But I'll tell you what, Moz is with a commanding lead right now. And a new fastest lap of the race by Justin Turek, who is on the dry. So right now we have an invisible battle being fought here between Turek and Moz in the Aston. And they're trading blows. They're pretty damn even right now, which is impressive considering one of them is on wets, the other one is on dries. And we have a few penalties being dished out. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on right now. If I have any more news to report onto you guys, of course I will. Courtright has pit in for damage, and we have a fight here between Jensen and Derek Anderson. Derek, of course, I completely forgot about this. Derek trying to win the title today as well for silver. He could wrap up the championship if he finishes where he is. I'm pretty sure he'll be crowned champion. I will double check this information for you guys as we see a spinner in Ian Daimler. Ian Daimler straight into the wall there on the exit of that corner, and watch out on the rejoin. Ooh, that was almost bad, but he managed to be careful and not get anyone into trouble, so good job on keeping that rejoin clean. That being said, Justin Turek catching up to Chris Rice for position here. And let's see what's going to happen. Of course, Justin Turek is basically about 3 seconds a lap quicker than Chris Rice. And he's doing fastest lap after fastest lap after fastest lap. Still though, Moss is not doing bad. He's matching Chris's pace. So we'll see. But I'm just trying to acquire info on the Derek Anderson situation. And let me see, Derek Anderson. Yes, if the race finishes like this, Derek Anderson will be crowned silver champion. So that's one to keep your eyes on. And Justin Turek has gotten through Chris Rice without much hassle. And there's Nightshade as well in the Lamborghini. Of course, we have Joel Price, Odyssey esports driver, one of my teammates, down in P22. But he has taken tires, so watch him because he'll be shooting up that leaderboard quite quick. As we see more people coming in, Navarrete, Rodriguez coming in as well for the dry, so people are catching on. But the wet runners are not pacing badly. They're not pacing badly at all. 45s by Maz, 46s by Solomon. Meanwhile, you have people like Turek who are pacing 45s as well. As we see a spun Mercedes, there is almost chaotic for the person who's trying to win this race. So Urania, yes, you are allowed to sign up. Just make sure you do your evals or the application process. And yeah, yes, Potato, they do have tire warmers. But the thing is, the GC3 tire, the basically, you know, when I'm commentating and I say that swerving is not a good idea, that's because GC3s are just not as fast as F1 cars, so they don't have as much mechanical grip to like turn on the tire and make the tire just heat up itself purely from, you know, swerving. That doesn't work here. You need to be pushing the tire hard to heat up the tires. So yes, your tires are preheated, yes, but once they come out of the pits, depending on the track, it takes 1 or 2 laps just for the tires to get up to temperature. That's just the nature of the GC3 cars and their tires. And we have Justin Turek going for a move here on Conley, who doesn't make his life difficult, and honestly, he shouldn't. because he's one pit stop behind and in a different category. So nothing lost there by letting him by. As we see a fight here between the two Ferraris, actually McGowan and Mona, and we see McGowan trying to hold on to P5, Mona trying to climb into that P5 place, and he went for a move down the inside. Could he make it stick? Yes, he could. Nice move there. Right, very respectful by McGowan there against Mona. And good to see the two of them just respecting each other. But McGowan goes wide. Mona is definitely going to see the opportunity here on the slipstream, coming out of the rear wing of the Ferrari. Well, they're both Ferraris. And he tries to go the long way around, but he doesn't quite work. And that's just not the place to go for a move in sunsets. I don't know who's at fault there. Let's go back and let's take a look at the helicam. So Mona trying to go the long way around, gets the car turned in. Yeah, there was nothing that McGowan could do there. That was just self-inflicted by Mona, unfortunately. And he's right behind Triber now, who is somewhere. I don't even know for sure. But you can see the difference there. One of them is on the dries, the other one is on the wets. And Moss has set a new nice save set potato, GG. And Moz is still pacing hard. Moz could put himself into a winning position here, just purely on staying on those wets. It really doesn't look like the softs or the dries are going to come into play, at least not so soon. And if it maintains like this, he could even stay on those tires till the end. The wets are quite durable tires. They'll survive up to like 40 psi without bursting. Which operating range for these tires is 30 psi, just so you guys can have a little bit of a perspective. And yeah, you can see just how incredible Moss's pace is right now. I mean, that's no joke. You're matching Tureks and everyone else's pace, really. As Chris Rice tries to go for a move, and keep your eyes on the race, guys. It's going to be really interesting to see how these two different strategies are going to play out. It's going to be really, really interesting. And yeah, Chris Rice trying to overtake Conley. And no point in Conley fighting this one either. Justin Turek overtook him a few laps ago. And now it's Chris's turn. And I think he's giving way now. They're side by side. Chris Rice is ahead, and he'll go into Sunset's corner ahead of Conley. And just a reminder, I say this every race, I'll say it again. You know, you see the little white icon with the number in it and the silver icon. Well, basically there's two different races right here happening, which is the silver race and the pro race. They're in the same track, in the same fight, same everything, but they're not the same championship. So if you finish first in silver, you're first in your race. And if you finish first in overall or pro, you're first in pro. Are we clear? We are clear. Also, there is a mandated pit stop for 1 liter of fuel. Of course, you can take tires. The tire change takes 30 seconds. Fuel stop takes only 2-3, depends on how much fuel you pump in. So the tires are optional. Fuel is mandated. Don't try to cheese the system. And yeah, that's why you see people gambling on tires, like, well, basically half the grid has today here. And fastest car on track still is Moz, which tells me that the dries are just not quite on it. No worries. I'm happy to be of service, and I'm gonna be dialing back a little bit because my throat is getting drier than the Sahara. It's been a long, long day for me. quite a bit ruckus here, but the only fights for position here is actually a three-way fight between Navarrete, Joe Price, and Bonus. And it's the three cars you see here, as there was a little bit of a tap there between Navarrete, who has nearly gone round with that tap. So right now it's just between Joe Price and Bonus. And let's see what's going to happen here. You can see a lot of the dry line as Bonus punts Nightshade there, and Joe Price gets the place. So 3 places gained there in basically one sector for Joe Price. That's going to be very delightful for him. Quite clumsy there between pretty much everyone involved. That was a little bit of a mess. And yeah, K Moss still running away with it. Absolutely amazing performance by Moss so far. I'm really interested to see how the different strategies are going to play out. And Schreiber has just made a move on Cormier. I think if we go back 30 seconds, we can see what happened. Is it a move on the pit exit? Yes, so it's going to be Cormier exiting the pits, and Schreiber just maintaining himself ahead. And I'm pretty sure that's a tire swap by Cormier, so Schreiber already climbing here. It's yellows for Paul Mariage. We're going to figure out what happens soon. That car is not going to be looking that good. Let's go back 15 seconds. And that's what happened. He went off, almost got collected by the leader, so he's now lapped. And this race is absolutely unfolding in the worst ways possible for Mariage. You know, I wanted them to be even on points for the fight for second place in the final race. Yeah, not happening in the way the things are going right now. And where's Joe Kaiser? Still quite a few places back. When we get closer to the end, we'll see where he is in the championship. In terms of points, and if he can win the title or not. And if Joe Kaiser wins the title, it's going to be absolutely deserved for this man. But I don't want to jinx him. So Rodriguez just overtook Nightshade. And Yellows, oh, right there. A little bit of a punt there. I'm gonna grab more water, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. My throat really cannot take it. I will not last 37 minutes if I don't drink water. I'll put it on Moss and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Apologies about that. In the news we have, well, or Moz is just that good. Moz could be just that good. He could be him. But the people in the wets are not pacing terribly. They're really not. A lot of them are faster than some of the dry runners. It's pretty mixed right now, so. But we'll definitely see what happens. Dean Solomon would be definitely lovely to see him finish in a podium. in the same night that his teammate wins the silver title. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I need to, man. I need to. Currently, my setup only has a fan, so you know. Anyways, Derek Anderson is pacing quite well. The pace of a champion right now. The pace of a champion. So if he can keep it together, he has pretty good odds at winning that title tonight. And a lot of people pitting. Lots and lots and lots of people pitting. As we are trying to fight fights that are going on. Not many currently. Not many. Hats off to Moss. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Moss is doing absolutely everything he needs to be doing out there, which is making those wets last as long as possible. Usually when we're endurance racing, the plan is, if it rains, the plan is just stay out there for as long as you can so that you have the best dries possible. You want to protect those dries as much as you can, as you see Derek Anderson passing Mona for P3 overall. So very good pace there by Derek. Mariage has returned to pits and he's left the server. So Mariage has left the server, and this is big implications for the second place fight. So we have a drop round rule. We'll see how that works. But yeah, Joe Kaiser could see himself become champion tonight. I'll start running calculations. I'll start running calculations. I really want to figure out if Joe Kaiser can become champion or not. This man right here. I'll do the math. You guys sit back and enjoy the show. It's been a big show so far. Justin Turek still climbing his way up. He's now up to P4. Oh! Oh, Justin Turek spinning! I literally just jinxed him. He just spun, coming out of Cheetah Corner. I'm gonna have to rejoin, a lot of time lost. And, wow. That's a mistake there by Justin Turek. Definitely not one he wanted to be making when he's in such a close fight with Moss. I'm calling it a close fight because it is a close fight. It's an invisible one at that, but a close one. And, before, the gap between him and Moss was just about a pit stop. And now it's more than a pit stop. And I knocked on wood for Kaiser, said Potato in chat. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people rooting for him. He's a great guy, and he absolutely deserves the title. So if he wins it tonight, it's going to be a very interesting interview. About to get the calculations running. I was looking at the action on track. There's a pass for position between Joe Kaiser and Johnny DeMarchi, and Joe Kaiser has gotten through, and now he's trying to catch Chris Rise in the Porsche. So Paul Mariage is taking his drop round. And scoring. Oh, it's actually 6 points. So it's 6 points, and the gap between is okay. Essentially, Joe Kaiser needs to finish on a points bank position to be crowned champion. Which he basically is right now. So if the race finishes like this, Joe Kaiser will be your America's champion for season 8. So yeah, keep your eyes on that. We might have both championships locked out tonight. We'll see how it goes for Derek Anderson. But it's looking good for the two of them. When does the next season start? That I do not have information on, my friend. But depending on when it is, sorry, you will see me on track. And rather than talking to you, I'll be, you know, driving, and it'll be someone else talking to you and perhaps talking about me. We'll definitely see how it goes. As we reach the halfway mark of this race, and still fastest car on track is Moss. Turek's gap to him is about the same that it was since the spin. So he has been holding station, and he has re-overtaken Sloan, which is absolutely crucial. He wants to make as much progress as he can, you know, gain back what he lost. I think the one advantage he'll have when the pit stops happen is that he will be used to the tires. As per Moss, he won't, unless Moss doesn't take tires at all. Where did he go? Where did who go? Apologies if I'm taking long to respond to your messages on your end. I'm literally replying to them as soon as they pop up on chat. So let's take a look at Schreiber. Schreiber is seeing himself right now up to P. Damn, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. P9 in class. So could definitely be worse. Wait, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? P10, sorry. It's been a long day. I think you can tell. Joe Kaiser fighting for position though, with Chris Rise again. Oh no, not again. Sorry, that was Turek earlier. And Joe Kaiser finds himself in a really good position, because if the race finishes the way it is right now, he'll be crowned champion. And yeah, that's really interesting. It's gonna be interesting if we see both championships turn out, you know, in the way things are going to turn out the way they are. Just seeing both championships be wrapped up on the same night, because those two championships are completely separate, and a lot has happened in both cases. I'm really excited though, because I want to see Derek and Kaiser win really bad. I really like the boys from the Back Row GT Racing team. They're great guys. Of course, Turek as well. Turek is a great guy, but Kaiser is a great guy. Lots of people rooting for him this season, and he's fighting it out with Joel Price, so he's not letting it off cheap. Even though he can win the championship as it is right now, he's still putting up a good fight, and you love to see it. Fighting against Joel Price in the Odyssey Sports Mercedes, and Joel has just been climbing his way up. Great to see that from Joel. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And yeah, looking for action. We don't have any right now. No, not much going on track. It's been a tricky race with these conditions. Oh, almost a crash there. Oh, talk about almost a crash. We've had a full-on crash here. Let's go back. So it's Lay and Conley. And what happens? Oh. What even happened there? They both look to be on super weird lines. I don't know what's going on. But he gave him the place back, which is good to see. Derek Anderson has come in for his pit stop. And I am unsure if he took tires. I don't think he did. I'm going back 15 seconds. Oh, damn it. I don't think... a little too aggressive coming out of the turn, yeah. But, like, how? You know, how does that happen? So, Derek Anderson, I think he gambled on staying on the wets. And this might pay off big time for him. He comes out... some 10 seconds behind Rodriguez. And even if Rodriguez overtakes him, he's still champion. So yeah, it's looking really good here for Derek Anderson, who hasn't won a lot of races. I don't think he's won 2 races this season, but every other race he's finished, apart from his worst result, he's finished in second. So it's proof that, you know, consistency is key. Consistency is key, and here is Derek Anderson proving it. We need a Richard amateur win. I agree. I agree, New York Soda. Would love seeing Richard win. Take a look at Richard. See how he's doing. Ooh, there was a stopped car right there. That was Adrian Vargas. Moss still on those wets as the clock ticks down and we're about to reach the 20-minute mark. Of course, keep in mind, guys, we still have a lot of fights in the championship. A lot of things can change even after this race, so don't you guys miss out on the final round because it's going to be a banger. Yeah, it's going to be... Jeez. It's going to be a good one at Brent's Hatch. It's a great track. I'm just excited to see it out. See how it happens. And I'll keep the standings open here until the end of the race so that we can call the right shots when they happen. But yeah, finishing the race right now will be enough for Joe Kaiser, really. And then he can even miss out on the final race. We need a Shribs win after Richard. So we need Richard to win on this one and then Schreiber to win on the next one if we want to make this happen this season. Yeah. Let's see what action is going on track. Fight between Sloan and Chris Rice. Chris Rice, who seems to have listened to me, he brought himself up into P8 already. So great stuff by Chris Rice this race. He's really got into the groove as Sloan goes wide, trying to go defensive. I think he just engaged the ABS there, braking a bit too hard and then turning a bit too much. Now Chris Rice finds himself up into P7 so far. So great stuff by Chris Rice. Navarrete as well going for a dive there on Derek Anderson. Derek, I don't think he was fighting that too much because he doesn't need to. It's not a fight for position. Navarrete is a different class. And Derek, I think, will be just happy to tag along for the final 20 minutes. And yeah. I'm telling you guys right now, the first 2 people I'll interview. Richard Yellow Flag, not good. Good call there. I didn't see what happened. Hey, my lunch is ending, but I'll have you in the background. I appreciate that, Potato. Appreciate your company, man. Really do. Hope to see you here next week as well. You and enjoy your day or whatever you're doing. And we'll watch Navarrete fight with Chris Rise here. Navarrete. Oh! Drive-thrus for Justin Turek. I think track limits. Must be track limits. Drive-through for Justin Turek. So this is big. This is really big. This is going to be very costly for him. And is he going to be coming right in? No, not yet. Another drive-through for Joel Price. So we're starting to see mistakes coming out from the drivers. So another spinner in the works of this race. And expect more people to get drive-through because Joel Price and Justin Turek are great drivers. So we'll definitely be seeing more drive-thrus tonight. I am certain of it. And Nate Schreiber has actually climbed up quite a few places since the last we saw him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, climbed up a place, but the car in front of him has a penalty, so, you know. And this race will remain interesting. Now, if I am Moss, I'm coming in because he's catching a lot of traffic now, and that's going to be seriously holding him up. Dean Solomon is still out there churning laps on those wets as well. And they might be going for the traditional strategy of just not taking tires, which seemed to be the right call tonight. Even though it's not very clear cut. It seems that the people who pit for dries, their tires have gone off a cliff. And the people who pit for, the people who stayed on wets are just, their tires are not coming back, but they're not going away either. So, yeah, interesting to see that just being played out, you know, throughout the race. And that drive-through is really gonna hurt both Turek's and Joe Kaiser's race. Joel, sorry. Wait, sorry. Joel Price, sorry. Jeez. I'm gonna talk a little bit less. Oh, Chris Rice has made a mistake there, which has led Bonus Charles by, so that's great for him in the Mama Africa Porsche. So right at home for that team, and Moss has come in. So Moss, your race leader, is in, and I presume he's gonna stay in the lead when he comes out. Question is he going to take tires? Is he going to take tires? We love you, Pug, said Lexi. That is true, we love Pug, great guy. And he's dropped, so he only took fuel, as I suspected he would. And Dean Solomon comes out in the lead of the race. Of course, he still has to do his pit stop, as you can tell by the orange number 1 next to his number. So he still has a pit stop to do, and there's yellows in front of us. Don't know what for. Sluscombe. But I think he's getting up to speed again, so that's great. Great to see. And that's a 15-second time penalty for Derek Anderson. Don't know what happened. The way it is right now, though, he still becomes champion. And Justin Turek is serving his drive-through right now. And lucky him, the closest car, Joel Price, is also doing drive-through. I mean, Mona is gonna go by real soon, though. Where is he? Oh no, never mind. No, he won't. So Turek has done his drive-through. And Maz is a clear first place. Clear first place. Oh! Who was that? That was Rodriguez going off. Not sure what happened to Derek. But Conley, yellows for Conley. Let's go back 15 and figure out what happened here. My guess, clips the inside curb. Nope. Spin then. Ooh. Quite a big hit there and also locked up the tires. That's not good. That's gotta hurt. Oh, and then the rejoin there wasn't the best one, but yeah. 15 minutes left on this race. And we have wholesomeness going on in chat right now. Great to see. And Moz is catching up to Dean. So Dean might want to be looking into pitting real soon. Moz, who was almost on the fight for pole, has been absolutely in the mix for the win. And the win is what matters, you know. Pole is great, of course, but you win the race, you don't win qualifying. It's the race that gives out points, so it's the one you're gonna wanna you know, not mess up. Well, probably neither of them. I'm just saying redundancies now, but yeah. And here we go. Any second now we should see Mr. Dean Solomon coming in for his pit stop. We're on the dying stages of this race now. And, you can just see the grid, you know, doing its thing, pretty much. Way things are right now, Dean Solomon, if he doesn't take tires, he should come out ahead of Turek. And let's see what happens. Does he come in? No, not yet. Not yet. Mr. Solomon. Just staying out there. And you know what? No harm done in just staying out. It's still raining, in case anyone's wondering. It's very light rain. But it's still raining nonetheless. And times are really increasing for the wet runners. Meanwhile, the dry runners now are starting to come into their own. So the track is getting a little bit drier, so we reached 30 minutes from that message. Whoever said that it was going to, you know, get better within 30 minutes, it's happening now. And yellows for Conley. Oh, it's a big one. We're going back 15, figuring out. Or was it not a big one? Oh, he got punted. He got punted. Don't know who was that, but definitely punted him. At least it didn't look like he came across on anyone. Dean Solomon finally got passed by Moss. That's a punt and a half, said New York Soda. Agreed. And I'm really looking forward to the Dean Solomon pit stop. Mona comes into his pit stop. And car number 6, yellows at the top of the mountain. Oh no, that's not the top of the mountain, that's sector 1. Almost 2. Dean, come in. Come in. I want to see where you're going to come out. I have anxiety. Come on. Please, Dean. Please. I want to know. Please, Dean. No, he didn't listen. He did not listen. Any fights going on? Mona's still in the pits. Exiting them now. McGowan on the run down to turn 1, close to Demler. Not close enough to do anything though. Not close enough to do anything. And we're about to take into the 10-minute mark in just a minute. So in just a minute, it's going to be 10 minutes left on this race. Just 10 minutes until perhaps 2 champions are crowned. We will see, we will see. Dean Solomon absolutely brave out there, not coming in. Nuh-uh. He's committed to pitting on the final moments, which, to be fair enough. I think I would do the same if I was on his shoes. But so far, absolutely great on strategy. He's absolutely on the correct one, you know. Definitely on the one you want to be in for how this race has played out so far. And, yeah, he's just staying out there. Joel Price, after his drive-through, catching up to Chris Rice, so this is a fight for position right here. We'll see what's going to come out of it. Joel Price close, but not close enough to try anything on Chris Rice here. Oh! It resulted on a crash. What was supposed to be a fight has now become a crash, and I don't even know who's to blame. We'll go back 30 seconds, go on Helicam, and take a look. So, Joel, like I said before, close but not close to try anything, and I'm gonna guess that Chris is just gonna have a bad line or a bad exit, perhaps. Oh no, just spinning. And oh, Derek was in the middle of all of that as well. That was almost really terrible for his championship hopes. So that's what happened there. I don't even know who's at fault for that one. Just seemed general, you know, mishap. But of course we'll see. We'll see. The stewards will definitely take a look at that, and they'll have their verdict, I'm sure. But Dean Solomon could literally come into the pits right now, not take tires, and secure a second place finish. Which Dean, in case you're wondering, in the championship right now, he is in P5. But if he takes that second place, first of all, that'll be his first podium this season. Second of all, that'll be enough to get him, well, not into P3, but definitely into P4. He's in P5, so knocking on the door of the podium there. And I mean, if both guys in front of him DNF and he, you know, dominates the next race, he could secure second place, even third. So yeah, make of that what you will. But it's gonna be great seeing Dean on the podium if he manages to do it. I hope I don't jinx him just now by saying that. Oh my god, they almost touched there. I swear to God, I am going to cry if Dean crashes. Oh, yellow's by Conley. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, he just spun on his own. And then trying to unspin there. Has stayed stationary when he needed to. So good job from that regard. And yeah. Oh, side by side between Conley and Cormier. And Cormier, was that Cormier? That was not Cormier, never mind. Dink Tank! Dink Tank! What's poppin', big man? Your man right now has started from almost last And it's now up to P 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you missed the show. Well, here it is. And enjoy it, because this is the penultimate time I will be here with you guys. I know it's sad. Hold back your tears. When is Dean gonna come in? I still wonder. As we tick down into the final 5 minutes of the race tonight. So, final 5 minutes. And yellow's on track by Conley again. Everything is unfolding for Conley right now in this final bit of the race here. As we see Mr. Moss in the Aston just enjoying life. It's really just a chill drive for him, and has been absolutely dominating. And it's great to see an Aston in a winning position right here. Dean is going out of his own way to just give me as much anxiety as he possibly can. And you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, what happened there? Dean braked and then the car was just moving. That was weird. Super weird, but Dean can just, you know, go plain sailing from here till the end. He needs to pit though. Please, Dean, don't forget to pit. I really wouldn't like seeing him missing on his first podium this season because he forgot to pit. But, yeah. Everyone are just doing their own thing right now. I guess Castells is catching up to Lay. So, that's something. And it could lead to a fight here on the dying stages of the race. Oh, so Dean is in the pits. Dean has come into the pits. And it should be a fuel-only stop. Only a few liters in that Audi. Touch and go, really. There it is. Car dropped. He's on the move again. And where's Turek? There he is. Coming down from the mountain. So Dean should be well out of the pits by the time Turek gets even remotely close. And yeah, I was correct. We should have 2 more laps of racing, counting this one. So next lap should be the final one. Yeah. Oh, yellows for Conley again. It's been absolutely messy. Let's watch the fight here between Castells and Lay. Castells trying to pull out of the slipstream there, trying to just find a window, force a mistake onto the Porsche driver, and you can see how much he's just trying to run away from the corners. You can see the tails wiggling there as he exited turn 1. And it's Mercedes on Porsche, trying to win. Trying to gain just another place. Actually, this is not even a fight for position because I just noticed that Lay has a 15-second time penalty.
Leaders on final lap now.
Anyways, we have entered the final lap of this race, where the title could very well be wrapped up. So let's see what's gonna happen here tonight. Moss has done absolutely everything perfectly. Chose the correct strategy, stuck to it, and just drove his heart out there. You know, he's on the wets, but he's still purple, so he still has the fastest lap of the race. And yeah, it's great. It's great for him. We see Nightshade going off there, and Moss just has done everything right. No mistakes, nothing wrong for him. So he deserves all the praise in the world. Another man who deserves a lot of praise. This man right here has also done everything right, Dean Solomon. Of course, the pace wasn't quite there, but he was just, you know, consistent enough and doing everything right to put himself into a P2 position. And it's an extremely well-deserved podium, and hopefully the first of many, and the first this season. Of course, I don't think this is his first podium, but you know, you guys know what I mean. Hopefully, this is the start of an uptrend for Dean. As Moz exits the final corner to win round 8 of the America's Championship, but keep your eyes on this man right here, Joe Kaiser. Oh wait. Whoa. Derek. Okay, Derek gets another lap. So keep your eyes on this man right here, because he has that. Oh, Joe Kaiser almost spinning. Don't celebrate too much yet, Joe. You still have the whole lap to finish. And yeah. Okay. Officially, Derek Anderson, without even finishing the race, has been crowned Silver America's champion. Sorry, Jesus. Silver America's champion. This man right here in the back row, GT Racing at Audi. I'm sure he'll be delighted to know that he is now the reigning champion of Season 8 in the America's Championship. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the main attraction of the night. This man right here hasn't won the race, but he has won a lot of them this season, and he has fought for even more. And now the fight is over. He can put his gloves down because he has been a fighter. He knocked out every challenger on the way, and he's coming around the final corner to crown himself as champion of Season 8 on Pro. Joe Kaiser is your champion in Season 8 in Americas. And of course, let's not miss out on Derek Anderson going around the final corner as well to crown himself as champion. Does he know? Neither of them have been celebrating too much, but it looks like Derek Anderson knows. He finishes P2, but that doesn't matter because he's P1 in the championship, and it has been absolutely delightful tonight. Absolutely delightful, and I'm going to try to get interviews for you guys, so I'm going to get on with it right now. And give me just a second. I will get you guys those interviews. Okay, I did not give Joe any option. I said, Joe, interview, and he said, okay. Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Congratulations on being Season 8 champion of the America's Championship.
Is it a done deal?
It's a done deal. You're the champion.
No, we got one more race left, but I think it's kind of in the bag anyway, right?
No, it's mathematically done.
Yeah, okay.
It's mathematically done. You have just been crowned champion. How are you feeling?
Well, that race sucked, but my tires never got above 22 degrees.
Yeah,
I just did not practice for slicks in the wet. And I had opened up my brake ducts and started with wet tires. And And after like the first lap, they were burning up, and I was like, okay, it's not going to rain, so I got to get into the pit, change them out to the slicks, and the slicks just never warmed up. So I was just on ice skates out there the whole time.
Yeah, it's just a weird in between, huh? Because it's the boiling wets or the freezing dries, right? It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, since the race wasn't the best for you, can you just run us through your championship so far? Of course, there's still one more race to go, but you've been crowned champion, and it's a special moment. Can you just run us through your season so far?
Yeah, well, we're missing some of the faster guys this season, but I really enjoyed my battles with with Paul and JT and everything. I think Navarrete looks like a really good racer and clean and everything, so I'm glad he joined the league. But I don't know, I was just consistent. This is the quickest I've ever been, which is great. And I was able to actually. The problem with previous seasons, I haven't been able to go to even sometimes not even half the races. So just being able to show up every week was a big deal. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. I had no idea, and you had a lot of people rooting for you all season long. I mean, people in the staff, people in chat, a lot of chatters actually rooting for you. So it's great to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been around a while. I've been the bridesmaid and never the bride a couple times. So, it's nice. Yeah. I'm really happy about it.
Congratulations on becoming champion. And I'll let you off the hook because we've had two champions actually tonight. One of them being you, and the other one is Derek Anderson. So
yeah, that's awesome.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm gonna bring Derek up here. So yeah, give me a second. Derek, how you doing? I hope I didn't cut your conversation off with Dean there. Should I bring him up here as well?
Well, it was a good day for BGTR. If you want to bring him in, that's cool.
Sure.
Definitely.
Sure. We'll start with you, Derek, because you have just been crowned champion of Season 8 in Silver. So how are you feeling?
That was a satisfying result. Man, what a race. Starting as far back as I did. But, man, 7 podiums in a row, all second place or worse. I mean, that's...
Mr. Consistency right there.
Yeah, and like I said, today we had to earn it because I had such a terrible qualifying, and I didn't know if I was just kind of taking my time, but then the race just came to me. Everybody was just falling off the wayside there, and I was dialed in there for the whole. I hit the setup just right, so I was just flying.
What did the strategy look like for your end of the race? Did you take tires, or were you one of the people who stayed out on the wets?
No, I was on dries the whole time.
Since the start?
Yep, I started on dries.
Wow.
Just ran a little bit higher pressures. Yeah, it was a little tricky with the tires being ice cold, but it wasn't bad. The track was drying out enough where I still had enough grip.
That's impressive.
And, yeah, I think everybody else was just struggling with pressures, and I think I was flirting around 27 psi that first stint. When I pitted, they finally settled down a little bit, but man, I couldn't have nailed the pressures anymore. I did exactly what I needed to do. I got pretty fortunate there, but I didn't take wets. It was just knowing the track was going to get kind of damp to greasy based on the weather. I just said, all right, we're going to run dries, and I just have to be very cautious for the first few laps and just hope I don't. By the end, the tires were grained pretty bad.
Oh, yeah,
like the grading was terrible, but it wasn't. I didn't have any spins. Just had a couple scrapes of some pro classes. I mean, I was just the pro guys were struggling, and I was just catching them, and I just was like trying to maintain the gap. Just a bit unlucky with the pen, but it is what it is. I was trying to keep Gustavo there from running away, but I just didn't have enough tires in the end.
It was quick, huh? But yeah, really, it's epic. It's an absolutely epic way to win, the championship like that. And I want to talk to you about the rest of the season, but first I want to stay in this race and actually talk to Dean, because Dean, you drove an amazing race tonight, didn't you?
I don't know if I call it amazing. I mean, my PSI was low. I mean, high 25s, low 26s the whole race. I was on dry tires as well.
Jesus.
I didn't take tires in the pits. Oh, I pit lap really late, anyways.
Yeah.
It was a struggle. I mean, the car felt dialed in the first, I guess, 20 minutes. After that, tires just fell right off.
Oh,
But I just
jeez.
I held on to it, right?
Yeah, I mean, second place is your first podium all season, and from the outside, it looked like a pretty good race for you. People were rooting for you guys. You guys are some of the fan favorites out there in chat, definitely. Uh, so yeah, it's just really good to see you guys doing well.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Good to hear from the fans. Good that it's good that we're put on a show for you guys, and just want to say congratulations to the BGTR Back Row GT Racing team founder, principal, champion, am champion. Let's go, get it.
Hell yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. There it is. And since you're champion, I did the same thing with Turek, who clinched the title as well this race. I won, no, not Turek, sorry, Kaiser. My bad. I'm terrible with names. So can you run us through your season so far? I know there's one race left, but you're champion. So could you run us through your season and like what led to this moment?
Oh, sure. Coming in, I was pretty confident with the group. You know, there's some really good guys in the AM class this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So credit to Merlot. Fisher was up there for a little bit earlier in the year. Harknett was challenging me. Gustavo's really come on strong late. He's pipped 2 wins off me. Silverstone was a rough race for me. Just got taken out early and
I remember that.
was pretty hot after that one. So I was down in 9th, and then the next race I ended up winning. At the Glen, after some last lap shenanigans, me and Dean got caught up with a lap car and an unsafe rejoin, and it was a last lap battle with Richard there. And then I rattled off a bunch of second places.
Yeah, I think like four in a row, 4 or 5.
And then we went to Paul Ricard, and I just left everybody from behind. Even with all the mistakes I made, I think I was about a second faster than everybody in
Wow.
class. I was running I think I ran pretty close to the leaders' times in that race. I was just, driving. I caught Demler with 1 lap to go, and I just drove past him down the straight and got my second win. And then last week, was a little bit unfortunate getting taken out of Bathurst by a lapped car, but going up the mountain. But that's neither here or there.
Yeah,
we
it's just the mountain.
still managed to not just hold on to second. That's how the season goes. Just been a consistency of just tonight. I thought, oh man, the podium streak's going to be over, but about 15 minutes in, I was in the top. I was top 5 overall. I'm like, holy crud! I really was kind of questioning why guys were pitting so early, but I imagine everybody was struggling with their tires, and I'm like, I'm good. I mean, they were cold, but
So
they were drivable.
on that regard, actually, question to the two of you: did the in-game spotter like say dry tires optimum at any point?
No, I made that call at the
Not
start.
the spotter, but the message on the top right corner, it said wet tires optimum from the start.
Interesting, because from the outside, like a bunch of people had it in on the same lap. Like 10 cars came into the pits on the same lap, including like some of the front runners in pro, and a lot of the people in silver as well just came in right away. So I was thinking that the message popped up maybe that the dry tires were better because they all came in for dries. They started on wets and jumped into the dry. So I'm wondering what happened there.
Well, I mean, with 30 cars on track and light rain, and it looked like it was going to diminish a little bit towards the end, which it did. Middle of that race, the rain really let up light. But
Yeah.
I mean, just a quick little run under I think just in practice, I was seeing that the track was drying out really fast, and I'm like,
Right.
all these cars, man, we're really dry on the track. I mean, we had a dry line for most of that race. It was like, oh man, I was a little bit worried I was going to be, keep my pressures a little too high, but I hit 27 and they stayed there for most of that race, and then they finally came down a little bit once the rain stopped. But I couldn't have nailed the pressures any better than I did. I think I
sounds
couldn't do that again if I tried. But
You always
and-
nail the pressures, man.
that's an engineering background kicking in. Just sometimes you got to be lucky, but sometimes it's easy to miss. But I mean, yeah, I think guys saw it was damp, and with a damp track, it was definitely right on the crossover. If that rain would have picked up, it would have been. I think the guys with the wets would have taken the advantage, but with the conditions being light rain, that worked out in my favor, and I guessed right. I think a lot of guys were just banking on it getting wetter than it actually ended up getting.
Right. And yeah, I'm not gonna keep you guys here for much longer. If you guys want to just like give your finishing thoughts, and you're off the hook.
All right, Dean, let's do it. You lead it. You go, and I'll follow the end here.
Oh, well, once again, it's nice to have a first podium of the season. So many cars on track and just running out on front. It's a nice feeling, and good to put on the show for the whole fans. And once again, congrats to Derek for the championship.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Just my parting thoughts. It's been a great season for me, and really love hanging out with you guys here at ORL. Really great series, really great community.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, it's been growing like crazy, and the competition is just getting better and better. You know, I'm consistent in my class, but I'm still not where I need to be with running in pros. Even though I suspect I'll probably be up there next year. But the everybody from the stewards to admins here, thank you guys, because you give us the platform to have fun and put on a show, and we're more than happy to put on a show. We're having a blast right now. We hope to keep continuing on.
There you go. Well, great message, and thank you guys for coming in here and giving this interview, and for racing and putting in the effort and practicing. And that goes to everyone, by the way, everyone who's watched everything. But yeah, I'll wrap it up on that one. Thanks, guys, and congratulations once again, Derek, on your title. Hopefully first of many, and Dean, hopefully you also get to fight for titles, and because I really like you guys from just the racing I've done with you guys in the endurance championship. It's been real, and I'll see you guys next week, and I'll see you guys in Suzuka as well on track.
Absolutely.
Yep,
All
Look
right.
forward to it.
Yep, definitely.
All right, you guys are off the hook. Good night, guys. Take it easy. I'll move you guys back now.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Bye bye. And yeah, guys, that was it. Dank Tank, Pugtato, Lexi, New York Soda, and many other people, Urania, everyone who joined in chat. Thank you very much. And for not the final, but for the penultimate time this season, and maybe for a while, I've been Felipe Silveira. You have a great night, and I'll see you guys again on Sunday for the Europe race. So yeah, I'll let the ad play, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Say I'm dangerous 'cause I broke all the cages. No, I won't sit and take it. No. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Just to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Let's